This is CS Enterprises, the YouTube channel where the owner thinks that Jay Lafferty can make his heart go.
It's Breaking the News with Des Clark.
Clark, and this is Breaking the News, the show that breaks the week's news and asks four opinionated panellists to put it back together again. And this week we are coming to you from the heart of the Edinburgh International Festival Fringe. With me this week are some of the best acts currently gracing the city's stages. On my right, we have Stuart Mitchell and Olga Koch, and facing them are Val McDermott and Ed Byrne. In the news this week, Rishi Sunak has used RAF jets and helicopters for domestic flights more frequently than the UK's previous three Prime Ministers, the BBC can reveal. Apparently, the Prime Minister refuses to use commercial airlines since an embarrassing incident where he was asked if he'd like to visit the cockpit with all the other children. The cost of accommodation for the Edinburgh Festival has hit the highest levels on record after Nicola Sturgeon's crackdown on holiday lets. However, the former First Minister did save one festival goer a lot of money when she let them sleep in the tent in her garden. And a woman was caught filling up her water bottle at Rome's iconic Trevi Fountain in the latest shocking example of tourists disrespecting Italian monuments. A Scottish holidaymaker is also in trouble after messing with Michelangelo's David, though he did insist it does look much better with a traffic cone. Right, you've met the panel. Let's crack on with round one. This is the Broken News round, where our teams have to guess two major stories of the week that have been mashed together into one single news headline. So, Stuart and Olga, can you tell me what this is all about?
The state of Georgia has brought criminal charges against
Sir Keir Starmer
over his alleged attempt to overturn his defeat
in Rutherglen and Hamilton West.
He and 18 others have been indicted on counts that include
voting for Labour. Sir Keir Starmer said yesterday that anyone who is trying to find
Donald Trump
is going to have a very, very long search.
What do you think our first story might be? Stuart?
Oh, this must be the new Trump charges that have come about. Is that correct?
That is the right answer. Well done, mate. Yes, this is the story that former US President Donald Trump has been charged with attempting to overturn his 2020 election defeat in the state of Georgia, making it the fourth criminal case brought against him in as many months. Mr. Trump denies all 13 charges against him, which include racketeering and election meddling. One of the charges against Trump is interfering with the count. Wow. It was bad enough when it was a porn star, but to do that to the guy from Sesame Street, Well, there we go, Stuart. You got the right answer. I'll let you kick off on this one. What do you make of the latest Trump charges?
You mentioned Stormy Daniels. This isn't even in relation to that. I think there's another 78 charges from 3 other cases, which is ironic because potentially he could be standing in a room facing Stormy Daniels where he's no wearing handcuffs.
First time for everything. Well done, Stuart, yeah. Olga, what do you make of the latest charges then?
I mean, I feel like they're just making him stronger, no? But it's like, when he was initially running for president, he was talking about how if he shoots someone in the middle of the street, his supporters will never stop supporting him. So it's like, I think these are just, any PR is good PR.
That's what it is.
Watch him win.
Is this making him stronger? Is it making him a martyr? What do you think, Ed? What do you make of the latest charges?
They have him on tape. They literally have him on tape. I think the only thing I could have is that there wasn't at the start of the phone call a warning, this call may be recorded for later indictment charges and staff training purposes. You know, because he literally says, I need you to find me another 11,000 votes, which is like, that's like me phoning up The Guardian after a review going, I need you to find me another 2 stars, right? People expect me to have at least a 4-star review at this point of the festival.
He'd never have got away with this in Scotland, by the way. They'd have had a tent on his lawn by now.
They would have had a tent.
I mean, if he got the jail, I would hope American jails are a bit like Scottish prisons in the fact that they do bricklaying courses. And they're like, come on, mate, you wanted to build a wall.
So what do you think, Val, then? A lot more charges, they're building up, they're mounting. Does it feel different this time?
I don't know. I mean, he always seems to slide out of it at the last minute, one way or another. I mean, he might be escaped to Scotland to his golf courses.
Oh, you think he's going to come back here?
Aye.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Seek political asylum.
Yeah, that'd be great. Janie Godley waiting for him at the airport. So we're talking about making a big plan. Who would you trust to help you with a big plan?
My friends at Dundee University Forensic Unit, they've got body tanks they put you in and you come out and you don't even look like yourself at the end of it. And they've got a licence to make crystal meth in that unit as well. So they could take over the drug dealing in Dundee and then dispose of the bodies.
Is everything to you just the plot for a crime novel?
What's wrong with that? It's done me okay so far.
Right, well done, Stuart and Olga. You get 2 points for that. It was the news about Donald Trump's latest charges. Val and Ed, it's over to you. What was the other story we were after?
The notion that the Labour Party is united and wants to take over in Scotland.
It is the story that Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer joined his Scottish Labour counterpart Anas Sarwar for an event in South Lanarkshire this week ahead of a key by-election in Rutherglen and Hamilton West. The pair denied they were at odds over certain policies, including the two-child benefit cap, and said they had real clarity about shared objectives. The SNP described Labour's Rutherglen and Hamilton West campaign as an unfolding disaster. Sir Keir Starmer said his party aims to smash the class ceiling, a project already undertaken by Primary 6B in Niddrie. So Sir Keir Starmer was in Scotland this week, Val. What did you think of what he had to say?
Oh, he's talking about workers' rights and elevating the working class. Sir Keir Starmer's right on our side.
They're trying to, project an image of unity. Him and Anas Sarwar are just sort of like, and he said, I quote you, anyone trying to find division is going to have a very long search. He didn't say they'd have a fruitless search. A long search doesn't mean a search that doesn't find anything. If you think about it, the gold rush was a very long search. Those people found a hell of a lot of gold. That's part of the reason the search was so long. Yeah.
He also said he's got a very, very strong working relationship with Anas Sarwar. I think that consists of, here's what you're going to do, son, now do it.
They're on the same page one way or another. Olga, did you catch the fact that Keir Starmer was in Scotland this week? What did you make of what he was saying?
Yeah, we met for a late night drink last week. You guys got to build a fence so then he could sit on it.
What do you make of this then, Stuart? We've got Sir Keir Starmer here campaigning in Scotland this week. What did you make of what he had to say?
Well, it was interesting. He was standing in my dad's hometown of Hamilton, thinking to himself, this is the worst musical I've ever seen. The thing is, there's a stronghold up here, because you might have seen that the SNP and the Greens, they've extended their deal to 2026, so it's going to be very hard, even though there was a rift as well. But the SNP made up with the Green Party, and judging by their financial accounts, if they're good at anything, they're good at making things up.
Any tips? What does Keir Starmer have to learn about Scottish people to win over our hearts and minds?
He could join the SNP. They seem quite popular.
What a move!
That would throw people, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Join the SNP is a great shout.
I don't know. I mean, him and Anas Sarwar, it was all about unity. They were all about trying to look like we were singing from the same hymn sheet. They were just that far away from just putting on matching glasses and doing a rousing rendition of Letter from America, which I think would have...
Yeah, that is what it's all about.
I'd love to have his letter from America.
Keir Starmer did insist there was no division between Scottish Labour and the Westminster Party. He said they were both united behind a common cause, making fun of Welsh Labour. Well done, Val and Ed. You get 2 points for that. It was indeed the mashup of Donald Trump's latest charges and the Labour Party's fortunes in Scotland. And at the end of that round, well done, the teams are all square. Now, much of our news is about public opinion, so to find out what stories people are talking about, we spoke to two friends of the show. Star of BBC Scotland's Scot Squad, Sally Reid, and fringe sellout comedian Paul Chowdhury. So, Val and Ed, what do you think Paul is on about here?
If this happened to me, £110 for 2 pieces of paper, I'd probably want a Picasso painting on it. I would want airlines to stop treating people as cattle. This airline is probably the only airline that would charge you for air.
That's a great line. Thank you, Paul. Ed, what do you think Paul was talking about there?
I have no idea, as an Irish person, what you could possibly be talking about. What airline might charge people for absolutely everything? I'm guessing this is the Ryanair story.
I think you're guessing correctly.
It was, there was a couple of old folk printed the wrong boarding passes and then had to have boarding passes printed at the airport, and they charged them £110, £55 per boarding pass, which sounds like a lot, but when you think about how much printer ink costs, I think that's pretty much in line.
You got a good deal.
Yeah.
That's
I think
decent.
I think that's fair enough.
Well done, Ed. You've nailed it, pal. That's the right answer. It is, of course, about the hidden cost that can catch you by surprise when flying with a budget airline. The airline said in a statement, all passengers travelling with Ryanair agree to check in online before arriving at their departure airport, and all passengers are sent reminders to do so 24 hours before departure. We regret that these passengers ignored the email reminder and failed to check in online. Consumer rights expert Martin James said it's deeply unfair to penalise people who made an innocent mistake, such as booking flights with Ryanair.
I have to be a little bit careful here because I'm flying with Ryanair next month. And they're absolutely charming. Lovely people. Lovely people.
Do you feel like whenever you fly Ryanair, the indignity of it is so deep and so humiliating, you're just wishing someone's getting off on it some way?
They have to explain a lot, wouldn't it?
I like Olga's thinking. It's like it should be like a niche thing of sort of like a dominatrix airline.
Absolutely.
That
Oh, you bought a flight to Paris? Did you want us to land? Yeah, because it used to be so luxurious, people smoking cigars and drinking whiskey. And now it's like, oh, you don't want us to spit in your face? You have to pay extra for that.
Jet2 tried to charge me $6.50 for a toastie. Can you believe that? $6.50 for a toastie. Good job this is a family-friendly show, because I nearly told them where to jet to.
Well, there it is, Stuart. Obviously, a sad case for those involved. What do you think about this case, then? Is it something that's disappointing, or should we just expect it from budget airlines these days?
Aye, I mean, but the thing is, old people are loaded.
Comrade Ryanair redistributing the wealth.
Well, I mean, every old person's loaded. I mean, look at this room. They've not got a job.
So obviously we're talking about a flight that was memorable for the wrong reasons for the couple involved, but can our panel tell us about their most memorable flight?
Once flew in New Zealand from Wellington to Picton, which is the bottom of the North Island to just the top of the South Island, and it was a very small plane, and we had some cargo on board of 2 massive crates of baby chicks, baby chickens, like tweeting away, and you could hear them tweeting away as we transported them on a plane. And there was something the power of humanity over nature. We are flying birds.
So there we go. Yes, hidden cost when flying in a budget airline is the right answer. Well done, Val and Ed. Right, it's over to you, Olga and Stuart. What do you think Sally is talking about here?
Oh, I really struggle with this. I've always found it hard. Whenever I play any games with my family that require scorekeeping, but then always halfway through they're like, somebody else do it, it's taking too long. She can't do it. It's just very encouraging.
This is us, we're failing at maths. In this country.
Well done. You picked up the clues in there. That's the right answer. Yes, Rachel Riley believes that people should not be proud of being unable to do maths. The Countdown star insisted giving up on maths as too difficult instills fears on the subject in younger generations. She believes that joking about being awful with numbers perpetuates a negative attitude towards numeracy, adding, you wouldn't proudly say, I can't read. No, you'd proudly say, me no read good. There we are.
I think it's really impressive that Stuart guessed what the story was. You really put 2 and 2 together.
Well, talking of maths, I mean, it's maybe not something traditionally you'd associate with those that work in arts or entertainment. Stuart, are you good at maths?
Well, let's try it. So, Ed, how much do you think, I don't know, 2 tickets would cost at the tattoo?
I have absolutely not. I'm going to say £100 for 2
Okay,
tickets.
Val, 2 flights, London to Edinburgh.
£733.
Okay. And how much for a hotel in Edinburgh tonight?
£250.
Okay, so that equals a week in Tenerife.
What about you, Val? How good are you at maths?
120% brilliant.
So obviously we found out we might or might not like maths, but what would be our least favourite subject at school and why?
Well, okay, so I know that I sound American, and I went to an American high school, but I went to an American high school in Staines, in England. This is true, you can look it up. The school is called the American School in Staines, TASIS for short. And you may say, Olga, acronyms don't usually include the words the and in. Well, if you take those out, the school would literally be called ASS. I am a graduate of ASS High School. They taught us absolutely nothing. Again, you can look the school up. I'm on the notable alumni list. It's me and the world champion of the game Dungeons and Dragons.
Ed, what about you?
I had a geography teacher who pronounced Venezuela, Venezuela. I think that, on its own, says something about the level of education I received. And I never liked geography. But growing up in Ireland in the 70s and early 80s, geography was quite an important subject. It was basically just a list of all the places you were potentially going to leave to when you left Ireland.
Oh, Val, what about you?
Physics, I was absolutely rubbish at it. I just didn't understand it. So I ended up copying all my friend Sandra McLaren's notes, and I just regurgitated them in the exam, and I got an A for my higher physics. And we went back to the school to tell them about our exam results, and my physics teacher just shook his head. He said, I don't know how that happened.
Stuart, what about you? What did you not enjoy at school?
Well, maths, first of all. Because, as you know, I'm missing the tips of 2 fingers, so I couldn't really count my fingers. Really good at fractions.
Negativity in numeracy is the right answer. 2 points go to Stuart and Olga. You're listening to Breaking the News from BBC Radio Scotland with me, Des Clark. Now, this round is all about who's in the news. So I will play you a clip of a mystery person. All you have to do is tell me who it is. So Stuart and Olga, you're up first this time. Who is this?
She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Okay, so it's Rachel Zegler.
Is, of course, actor Rachel Zegler, who is going to star as Snow White in the upcoming remake of the Disney classic. She stirred up some controversy around the film after several interview clips from last year emerged online. In one, Zegler pointed out that the original is extremely dated when it comes to women being in roles of power, adding that the reimagined Snow White would learn to become a fantastic leader. She also suggested there will be no focus on the love story element, saying, perhaps jokingly, that the prince was a stalker. Rachel Zegler has been called woke, cranky and PR disaster, which coincidentally are also some of the new names for the dwarfs in the upcoming film.
Look, any woman who lives in the same house as 7 other dudes is a legend, okay?
There we go. Well done, Olga. That was the right answer. Of course, we did mention there's been a backlash. Stuart, can you understand the backlash on this one?
Yeah, I can, but they are trying to make it more up to date, aren't they? The movie, for instance, I believe that the 7 minors are going to be unemployed.
It just seems to me that people are always trying to rewrite the classics, aren't they? I mean, I'm waiting for the rewrite of Miss Marple where she's the killer.
What do you think about this, Ed? There's been backlash around some of these comments. Do you understand that?
I understand it. Don't expect me to be interested in it. There's always... People are just dying to do a backlash, aren't they? They love a backlash, you know. And it's particularly because it's a woman and she's being a strong character. There's a certain breed of man now. Well, I say man, there's a certain breed of naked mole rat that really... But they do. There's a certain breed of guy who just can't stand women in any kind of traditionally male role, particularly if they remake something, you know. And
Like
a woman
Lady
is that-
Ghostbusters.
Oh my
When it's
God,
like
Lady!
The
When
less
they remake
believable thing is
Ghostbusters.
not ghosts, it's that women are busting them.
Yeah, they're like, you've ruined my childhood. You destroyed an important part of my upbringing. Acting like Ghostbusters 2 never happened. Yeah.
What do you think then, Stuart? You can weigh in on this. Do you think these classics need to be remade?
I mean, I'm a bit the same. I mean, I class myself as a feminist. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, non-binary. I equally hope England women lose the World Cup on Sunday.
Olga Koch, if you had the power to remake a Disney classic, how would you do it?
I'd do a live-action remake of Ratatouille
Nice.
as a crossover with Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares.
Amazing. I'm into that. Well done. Two points to Stuart and Olga. That was actor Rachel Zegler. Right, Val and Ed, it's your turn now. Who is this and why are they in the news?
This is just my experience. If I have a good time doing something, it usually turns out well. If I don't have a good time, it's normally not a good movie.
It's Zoe Deschanel.
That's brilliant. That's the right answer. It is actor and musician Zoe Deschanel, who this week announced her engagement to Property Brothers star Jonathan Scott while on a trip to Scotland. Scott is believed to have popped the question at Edinburgh Castle as part of a family trip to the capital. Edinburgh, though it is romantic, is also a great place to end a relationship. The city has all the classic hallmarks of a person who's just been dumped and is making bad decisions, including dangerous quantities of whiskey, a fringe and a tattoo. Val, well done, the right answer. Zoe Deschanel. Are you pleased for Zoe and her new fiancé, Jonathan?
I'm a soppy old romantic, basically, you know, in spite of the hard woman of Scottish crime image. I think it's lovely, isn't it? Lovely when people fall in love.
Yeah, they put a joint Instagram post out, didn't they? Captioned it, "Forever starts now." I know. That's what I tweet in Edinburgh when I start to look for a parking space.
Ed, what do you make of this idea of Edinburgh being a romantic city?
It is wonderfully romantic. I met my wife here.
Oh.
I met my wife here. I kissed my wife for the first time in this city, and I come back here every year to the festival, and I'm unfaithful to her here. Yeah, it's it absolutely. This whole city just works like a charm. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I did not meet my wife here.
Olga Koch, how romantic a city is Edinburgh then?
Oh, I think it's really romantic. I met my boyfriend here, and he's Scottish. At least he does the accent. And every little girl dreams of maybe one day being walked up Arthur's seat, and he gets on one knee, and he gets out a ring, and it's deep fried.
Let's find out how romantic our panel are this week. We've just had news of a proposal there. But what's the most romantic gesture that you've made or received? Val?
Well, I think the most romantic gesture I've received is that the first anniversary of me meeting my partner was she got this bracelet made that's got a silver ring on it that has the geographical coordinates of where we met. And so if I ever get run down in the street, I will be returned to a concert venue in Oxford. But I have made my own romantic gesture in the past. You know, I come from Fife, and Fife is many agricultural qualities, and my partner really likes Brussels sprouts. And I don't like Brussels sprouts, but one year on her birthday, one of the things you can get in Fife is a stalk of Brussels sprouts, and I greeted her on her birthday morning with this Brussels sprouts on a stick, and for some reason she didn't feel it was a romantic gesture.
Some people, Val.
I know. I mean, you know, you think I'm better than a bunch of flowers. I mean, you can't eat a bunch of flowers, can you?
This is true. What a night that was. Open a windy. Stuart, what about you old romantic? What's the most romantic gesture you've ever made or received?
My wife has got this pal called Gemma, and her husband Tommy is always doing these amazing things. So I spoke to him, and he's like, "Oh, you get these amazing care packages, and Gemma loves them." So of course I go, and my wife, and of course I booked it, and then I wasn't expecting a woman to come in and help my wife in the bath twice a week.
Well done, Zoe Deschanel is the right answer. 2 points go to Val and Ed. And it's time now for our final quickfire round, which is all about deciphering the numbers in the news. I will read out a headline. All the teams have to do is fill in the blanks. So get ready, teams. When we run out of time, you'll hear this.
It's coming home! It's coming home! It's coming!
Yes, all of Scotland is now triggered. Thank you. It's Brian Blessed there. He's finally found the keys for his front door. Right, fingers on buzzers. Here we go. What celebrated its 20th birthday this week? Olga.
Me, according to my acting agent.
Brilliant answer. And we're looking for something else, so fingers back and buzzers. What celebrated its 20th birthday this week? Stuart.
2003.
What celebrated its 20th birthday this week? Val.
The last time ScotRail recorded no delays.
What celebrated its 20th birthday this week? Ed.
The only 5-star review I've ever gotten from the Scotsman. You know what? It's a lie. It was 25 years ago. Yep. That's true.
And you're 1 star short on this as well, Ed.
I need you to find me 2 more stars.
You can find him. There. Go look again.
I can give you the right answer in this one. What celebrated its 20th birthday this week? It was one of Edinburgh Zoo's pandas, Yang Guang. Turned 20 this week. There we go.
It's coming home! It's coming home! It's coming!
Oh, there's a klaxon. It means Brian has blessed it, and it's all over. And our winners this week at the end of the quiz are Val McDermott and Ed Byrne. And commiserations to Olga Koch and Stuart Mitchell. And we'll leave you with the breaking news. Breaking news just in. Edinburgh Zoo has marked the giant panda Yang Guang's final birthday in the country with gifts from local kids. The panda is set to return to China with the sort of traditional Scottish present given to many visitors here over the years, 2 black eyes. A walnut tree in the outskirts of Perth is the Scottish contender in the Woodland Trust's annual Tree of the Year competition. We here at Breaking the News are wishing the best of luck to it, especially in the all-important swimsuit round. And England reached the Women's World Cup final for the first time after defeating hosts Australia in the semi-final. Now the pressure is on for 5 million Scotland supporters as we only have a couple of days to learn the tune to the Spanish national anthem. The news is broken. I've been Des Clark. Goodbye.
Hello, I'm Jack Pot. And I've been asked to tell you about the fabulous new game, Lottery Extra. The game that gives you another chance to win it big. To take part, simply play the main national lottery game as usual, then pay £1 per entry for the Lottery Extra draw as well, where the only prize is one big jackpot. Oh! You've always got another chance to win it big with Lottery Extra.